Hello angels and welcome back. If you're confused about where you stand with someone, this is your answer. Today in this video, I'm actually going to be sitting down and talking about all the dating truths that I wish someone had screamed into my heart many years ago. You know, those pieces of advice that really would have saved me many heartbreaks, a lot of self-abandonment, and so much wasted time on potential. And if you take any of this to heart, I guarantee you're never going to accept the bare minimum disguised as love anymore. These are the truths that actually build up self-worth, not just relationships. We have all been there, you know, stuck in the situationships, holding out for hope, thinking, oh my God, maybe if I just love him a little bit harder, maybe then he'll see me. I know for me anyway, that I have sat there and over-explained myself. I have shrunk myself for other people, and I've certainly silenced my needs in order to seem easier to love. And I'll never forget the moment that I actually stopped asking for more. And no, it's not because I magically healed overnight. It was because I got to the point where I was just emotionally numb to it all. And no one told me what I'm going to tell you today, but I'm going to tell you so that you no longer have to sit there and confuse the chaos for passion. But anyway, let's just get into the dating tips that I wish I knew in my 20s. Okay, let me start with truth number one. If you're confused, then it's a no. I know you've probably heard that, and yes, it comes across as brutally honest, but hear me out. Men are not mysterious. They are incredibly direct. If he wants you, you will know. You're not going to be sat there left waiting, trying to decode his text messages, his tones, and his mixed signals. Because in my opinion, if he's the maybe guy, if he's promising all these maybes upon maybes, then all that maybe really is a slow no. If he wants you, he is going to show that to you. He's not going to waste his time with the games or the mixed signals. Like, men don't actually do that. They only do that when it's just not for them fully, when they're not fully in it. And normally what happens with the maybes, they're essentially the slow no's, is eventually you get to that point where he's going to say, maybe we're not compatible. I'm unsure if I'm ready. You deserve better than me. Please, for the love of God, believe that, man. And listen, men are a lot smarter than we're going to give them credit for. He knows exactly what to say to you that sounds amazing, that sells you the dream, that sells you everything you thought you've ever wanted wrapped up in this package deal. And that's great if you want a freaking pen pal. But how's he showing up? Do you feel secure? Do you feel like he's all in it? Are you both on the same page for where you're going and what you want out of this? Because the lesson in this is that clarity isn't something you need to beg for. It's not even something that you need to constantly pursue to get an answer from. It's something that if someone's really in it, they are going to eagerly, willingly give to you to make sure they lock that down with you. Okay, the second truth is something that I've seen on the internet going around, and I loved it. And it is the wardrobe test. Essentially, your gut test. I was in the situation where I was umming and on if a relationship was for me or not, if I wanted to stay in it, or if maybe it wasn't the right one for me. And one of my friends came to me using the wardrobe test to test out my gut response, to see what I truly felt about this, with taking all the spiraling, the overthinking, and the mind out of the equation and just truly tuning into my gut response. And oh my Christ, it decoded so much so fast for me that I've been obsessed with this ever since. This is such a great way to gain that clarity within yourself. So I will ask you, if your partner was a piece of clothing in your wardrobe, what would he be? Are they your favorite cozy jumper that you can't wait to get in at the end of the day? Are they maybe your favorite sexiest little black dress that you put on to go on nights out that makes you feel good? Or are they maybe that ragged old t-shirt with a bunch of holes in that you sometimes wear to bed, but you would not be caught dead wearing out in public? Maybe they're your bra because they're so supportive. I mean, I know this test kind of sounds silly, but really it cuts through all the noise and just gets straight to your gut response. So many times we override our intuition because our heart wants to romanticize this situation into something it might not even be. So the lesson in that is that your nervous system never lies. If your body feels tense around this person, if your body reacts very anxiously to this person, if you find yourself having to overthink, spiral, and act out of your normal character self, your body is trying to speak to you. It's trying to tell you something. Okay, truth number three, and I've got to be honest, for me, this is the hardest one to have learned in my life. But if they want to leave, let them leave. Even if it kills you, let them leave. And I completely get it, because in that moment, you're not just letting go of the person. You are letting go of your day-to-day routine that you have built over time. Letting go of the memories. You're letting go of who you have now become and the patterns you have now created within yourself from being with this person. But begging someone to stay when they want to leave, that isn't love. That's self-betrayal. And do yourself an extra favor and give yourself 30 days of no contact with this person. I know at the start that seems like the craziest, worst thing you can do, but I guarantee you it's the best thing you can do in that situation. Let them feel the absence of you, of your magic, of what you bring to the table. And I'm not gonna lie, the plot twist is normally when they do feel that absence and they realize, holy shit, actually maybe I took a lot of things for granted. Maybe I got a little bit too comfortable there. You know, chances are they tend to always come back. And the best thing about taking 30 days away from that person, away from contacting them, is not only do they learn what life is like without you, but you learn who you are, what your life can look like without them. And a lot of the times when they want to come back is at a point where you're like, well, hang on a second. Now I'm seeing a different perspective. Now I've done some self-healing, self-growing, some self-development, some self-reflection here. And I'm thinking, maybe you aren't the perfect person for me. Maybe my life could be better. Maybe this was supposed to end and I was supposed to figure that out for myself. So the lesson here is if they want to leave, let them bloody well go. Do not chase them. And I tell you one thing, if you do this in the moment, it might not feel like it, but later down the line, when you look back, you're going to realize, oh my God, like that's one of the strongest things I've done. Because in that moment, when I let you leave because you say you want to leave, I'm not going to let you tell me twice you want to leave. I'm going to reclaim my power and my peace and my path back to myself. Okay, truth number 4, you are not his project manager. You're not his mother, you're not his therapist, you're not his life coach. You do not need to pull out a full shift on this man. That man cannot reach you on your level of emotional maturity, consistency, and care. Then I hate to break it to you, it's probably not your man and most likely will become your project. Because you really want to go through life with your partner, building it by you dragging him along. And I know as women, we love to give the benefit of doubt. We love to give extra chances. We love to do a good fixer-upper. But listen, marriage doesn't change that. Kids will certainly not change that. And time won't magically transform his potential into the present moment. And the really annoying thing is it's so common nowadays of that kind of idea of falling in love with someone's potential over who they actually are. And it can happen so easily because a lot of people are full of shit talk. But here's the lesson that you really need to meet someone and love someone for who they truly are, not what you hope they become. Okay, truth number 5. He's not emotionally unavailable. He's just not available to you. I'm going to say that thing that no one wants to hear, but he's just not that into you. And please, for the love of God, the sooner the better, but please stop romanticizing this idea that you'll be the one that gets through to him if you just keep persisting with him. Because that inconsistency is not a puzzle for you to solve. Men are so direct, and there is always one woman that a man will absolutely do everything for. And unlike women, men tend to know very early on if this woman is someone he sees a long-term commitment with, a proper relationship with, or maybe she's just here to have a bit of fun. He knows his intentions with you. He knows what he wants out of you. Because I guarantee you, the woman that he actually does want, all of a sudden, he's not just a bad texter. All of a sudden, he's not so busy. All of a sudden, he doesn't want to spend his whole day playing games and being mysterious and sending out mixed signals. Because really, when you get down to it, a man is not out here wasting his time. He's not sending mixed signals. He's telling you exactly what he thinks of you. He's telling you exactly his intentions with you. If you don't feel like a priority, it's because you're not. A man will always choose himself. And as women, we haven't necessarily nailed this trait as well as the men have. But let this be your reminder to choose your goddamn self. Because the lesson in this is the man that wants you is going to pursue you clearly. For the love of God, let his actions, let the way he shows up, let the way that he makes you feel about yourself, about life, speak louder than any daydream you're having about his potential. Okay, truth number 6 is actually my favorite one. And it's the last lesson that I've learned when it comes to dating. But also this one's been the one lesson that really had profound results in my life, I guess. Date your goddamn best friend. And I'm here to tell you, and I'm probably kind of talking to my younger self in this, the person you think you're going to end up with will look nothing like you thought he would be. Because really, as time goes on and life happens as you experience it, you are humbled and you get to a point where you realize all these small things that you used to think were the tiny little details are actually all that matters. You're picking a partner in this life, really, it doesn't come down to the abs or the aesthetics of that person. It's about how they make you feel, how they show up for you when you can barely show up for yourself, how they prioritize you, how they go through the whole spectrums of emotions with you, how they respond to you, how they respond to conflict. And in this lesson, I really learned what it means to have a partnership, not just a companionship. This person is going to go through your worst moments of your life with you. If this one is the one you want to set out with for a long period of time, they're going to have to face the moment that you lose your parents and vice versa. When you lose family members, pets, you go through birth, you go through loss, you go through grief. You are facing all these massive milestones and challenges in your life with that person. So yes, date your best friend, the person that you can sit and do nothing with and still have the best day, who wants to grow with you, who really listens to you and remembers all those tiny little details and what you say. The partner that never has you confused on where the hell you stand with them. The one that's not here to play games, who is genuinely in this life with you as your partner and as your best friend. Honestly, I think in doing that, you are going to incredibly increase the trajectory of your entire life, because I think it's one of the biggest decisions you can make in your life, picking your partner. And if none of that resonated, then please, for the love of God, I hope that this one thing does resonate with you. True love is genuinely not about how you feel about someone else. It really comes down to how someone makes you feel about yourself. And let me tell you this, you are never too hard to love. That's never the case. You're just asking to be loved in a way that's actually loving. And I promise you, when you're looking back on your life, you're never going to look back and be like, oh, I walked away because I gave up. You'll realize, no, I walked away because I finally got it. And may you hold that in your heart wherever you go, because the reality of it is that all of this, the love, the relationships that you seek, it starts within, it starts with you. You are the creator, you are the power, you are the vision, you are the projector that creates the reality that happens in front of you. And no matter what happens, no matter what you actually choose, one day you're going to get to a point where you look back and you go, I get why now. I see why that had to happen. It all makes sense to me. Okay, maybe all those breakdowns were just leading me to my breakthroughs, or I needed that relationship to learn all this so that I can move up to a higher level in the quantum field to match with someone who I've always desired for myself. As always, if you like this video, please like, please subscribe. It means the world to me. And yeah, I will see you soon.